Welcome
to
church!
Join Chris and Ruth as they jump into the Bible to follow God's amazing rescue plan. Ooh, it's about Jesus, all of it points to him, God's rescue plan.
It is pouring with rain here, but we have found a nice little cosy spot under these rocks to come and say hi from.
You know how we're always saying how good God is at hide and seek?
Yeah.
Well, today, God teaches Moses how to play hide and seek.
Amazing!
He hides him in a rock. That's why we've come to these rocks, because we thought it'd be relevant to our story today.
Our activity later is going to have some fire involved in it. And if you want to be able to make s'mores, you're going to want some marshmallows, some sticks and some biscuits, preferably chocolate sort of biscuits. And we're going to start off with a new song. It's called Every Eye is on You. We hope you like it.
Let's go!
Every eye in this place is on you now. Every voice singing out to worship you. Every hand lifted up to show our love. Every eye in this place is on you now. Every voice singing out to worship you. Every hand lifted up to show our love. You're the one the song is for. You're the one we all adore. Lifting up your name, we're lifting up your name forever. Every eye is on you. Every eye is on you. You're the love over us and deep within. You're the peace in our hearts as we sing. You're the light turning darkness into day. You're the one the song is for. You're the one we all adore. Lifting up your name, we're lifting up your name forever. Every eye is on you. Every eye is on you. Jesus, you're my joy, you are my freedom. Jesus, you're my joy, you are my freedom. You're the one we all adore. Jesus, Jesus. You're the one the song is for. You're the one we all adore. Lifting up your name, lifting up your name forever. Every eye is on you. Every eye is on you. Jesus, you're my joy, you are my freedom. Jesus, you're my joy, you are my freedom.
So, Moses has been having this amazing experience where up on the mountain and in the tent of meeting that they create down on the ground, he gets to talk with God like you'd talk to a friend.
Wow. Isn't that incredible? Talking to God like you talk to a friend. But Moses wants more of God. He wants to know more about who God is and about his presence.
And God reassures Moses. He says to him, all the time that you're leading these people, I'm going to go with you. I'll be personally with you, by your side. I'm not going to leave you. And Moses says to God, well, good, because if you don't go with us, then we're not going anywhere. He says, there's no way we're leaving here without you. What makes us special as a people is that you are with us. You're the thing that makes us special.
So God reassures Moses. God reassures Moses. How incredible is that? He says, it is okay. I will be going with you. You don't need to worry about that. I will always be with you. He calls Moses his friend. It just blows my mind how cool that is.
But Moses has one more request. He's seen so much about who God is, but he knows that there is more. And so he says, God, I want to see all of you, all of your glory. I want to see it all. But God says, I will pass in front of you. All my goodness will pass in front of you. But you can't see my face, because if you see my face, you won't be able to live.
Wow. So God tells Moses to go and hide in a rock. He tucks him down and covers him with his hand. And God's glory passes in front of Moses. And when God's gone past, he lifts his hand and Moses gets to peek out and see the back of God. The glory of God, just beyond anything we can imagine. Absolutely amazing.
I love that bit of the Bible. It's so cool the way that Moses gets to speak with God and see God. And I love that he says, we will not go from here unless your presence goes with us. Because Moses is saying, like, look, God, the thing that makes us special, the thing that makes us your people is your presence. And so if you don't go with us, there's no point going. The thing we want most of all is you, God.
That is incredible. And we're trying to think of some different ways of explaining what it was like, using pictures or illustrations. And the problem is that it's really difficult to, because God's presence is beyond anything we could imagine or think or explain. It's sort of like if you had a really comfy blanket or a teddy that you took everywhere with you. You wouldn't want to leave it behind because it's something that's really important to you and it makes you feel safe and special.
It's like it's so important to them that there'd be no way they could even go anywhere without it. It'd be like maybe like leaving your head at home while you go for a walk.
You couldn't do that.
No, you could never say, I don't need my head, I'll just leave that behind and go for a walk without it. It just wouldn't work.
That would be so silly.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Just doesn't make any sense. Or it would be like if you went out looking for treasure, for something so important and valuable and amazing, and then you found it, and then you were like, meh. And you just wandered off and were like, never mind, it doesn't mean anything. It's not important. Why would you do that? You take the treasure with you. You tell everyone that you found treasure. It would be the best thing ever, right?
And these are all great illustrations, but they don't quite get it. I think it's partly because God isn't something that we just carry with us. Moses wasn't saying, I'm not going to go anywhere unless I'm carrying God with me. It was, God, unless you go somewhere, I'm not going anywhere because I want to follow you and seek after you. And that's what we want to do as well. We want to seek after God. We want to find him and his presence and be with him.
We've come outside to have a little bonfire because we wanted to spend some special time with God. we were really excited about the idea of spending time in God's presence and about being friends with God. And so we've come outside and we've invited God to come out with us so that we can have a little time round the campfire chatting with God and cooking marshmallows and making them into s'mores.
Because what else would you do if you have a fire? And the amazing thing about fire is it really reminds me of God's presence. It's something that can go with us and keep us safe and warm. But also, it's quite dangerous and we don't want to get too close. God's presence is amazing, and Moses wanted to make sure that God was going with him. But God couldn't be too close to Moses because it was too awesome, too incredible. If Moses had looked at him, he wouldn't have been okay.
Well, I was wondering, what if we're really excited about God's presence and we really want to spend more time with him and get to know him better? How can we do that? What do we do, Ruth?
Well, it's pretty simple. We do what Moses did. We say, God, we want to see you. We want to know you. Please bring your presence to me. And he does. It doesn't have to be around a campfire or on a mountainside. It could be in your bedroom or on your walk to school, in your school classroom. It could be anywhere that you are. You want God to be with you. You just ask.
That's really cool. Should we do that now? Would you like to join me? Let's ask God. God, we think you're amazing and we want to get to know you more. We want to experience your presence with us. Please show us more of you now, God. Amen.
Amen. It got real smoky. But the marshmallows are delicious. If you don't have a bonfire and you'd still like to do s'mores, although I didn't actually get to the biscuit stage, I just was eating mine as marshmallows, you can do this over a candle, but please, 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 whatever you do with fire, make sure you've got a grown-up's permission and their help.
We're going to leave you with this final song, which is all about God's glory. It's called For Your Glory.
Woo!
There is freedom in your name. We will never be the same. We are alive. We are alive in you. There is
That's weird phrasing.
Mine.
No, mine. It's like. We have weird faces.
That's
The
gonna be
end.
good. I can't.
No! No! I lost it. Too far.
This is gonna be amazing.
Did you just inhale biscuit?
Yeah,
Don't inhale biscuit.
and I have marshmallow in my beard now.
So good.
This is just going to be the outtake. It's just us shoving marshmallow and biscuit in my face.